It is tournament time in Princeton. The Ivy League softball tournament begins today as the top 4 softball squads meet for 3 days of quality play. In the first game, it's Princeton hosting Brown for a rematch of the championship game a year ago. Day 1 of the Ivy tournament is coming up on the Ivy League on ESPN. And let's take a look at the bracket. 2 games today, 3 games tomorrow, potentially 2 games on Saturday for the championship. We start with Brown and Princeton. Columbia and Harvard will follow about 30 minutes after the conclusion of this game. And we welcome you to the broadcast booth. Simon Rosenwasser alongside one of the winningest coaches in Ivy League history. That's Cindy Cohn. Well, Cindy, it's a little bit of deja vu. These are the same 2 teams we saw to start the tournament last year. These are different teams, but it's hard not to think about the history.
The history goes into it. Same team, same seeding. Obviously, they all played each other this year, and yet it's all a clean slate starting now.
Clean slate, but a couple of familiar faces. We'll start and look at our players to watch with Macy Borowski of Brown. She does it all, Cindy. She hits, she pitches. She's a great player for Brown.
She throws with such great velocity, and she commands the strike zone. But it was her ability this year to consistently change speed that made her so effective, to the tune of 137 strikeouts in 142 innings. So impressive. You add to that her .330 batting average and .560 slug, you understand why Borowski will be the key to Brown's success.
Yeah, 91 at-bats, 27 appearances. You see the numbers there for Borowski. She's done an amazing job this year for Brown, leading them to the tournament, and they're coming in with some momentum as well. They're going to need everything from Borowski and more, with Graciela Dominguez leading the Princeton Tigers, the top hitting team in the Ivy League.
And Dominguez is that steady second baseman, a unanimous first-team All-Ivy. She enters the weekend with a team-leading .410 batting average, .1030 OPS, and that includes 14 doubles and 21 walks. And yet the key to her success is the mental approach. Her swing is the same. She knows what she needs to do and how to get there. But when you hear the walk-up music and you hear the joy in the stands, you know the Dominguez clan is in the house.
No doubt about it. We definitely will be seeing and hearing from that Dominguez clan. Well, first pitch and lineups in the Ivy League softball tournament are coming up. The Brown Bears and Princeton Tigers bring the energy next on the Ivy League on ESPN. We are back to look at the Brown Bears starting lineup presented by Graduate Princeton. The Brown Bears 20-22 overall, 11-9 in Ivy play. You see Ellie Thompson ready to lead it off. Abby Betancourt hitting third. Macy Borowski, the pitcher, will be in the cleanup spot. Zikowitz Ray hitting fifth. Burns, Viarde, Dang, and Chow under Mary Holt-Kelch, who led this Brown team to NCAA regionals a year ago. And a tough matchup with the always vibing Cassidy Shaw. She brings the energy, Cindy.
She does. She throws with a lot of emotion. She fires her teammates up because of that, and yet she's very consistent and is able to adjust as she needs to depending on what pitch is working.
We are ready to go. Ivy League Softball Tournament 2026, and the first pitch is upstairs.
And, you know, it's hard to imagine that everybody doesn't have a little bit of, you know, excitedness, jumpiness to get going. So it's always good to get that first pitch under your belt.
Swing and a miss. Ellie Thompson waves through it. And you'll see that fist pump from Cassidy Shaw when she makes a big play, makes a big pitch. So we look at the numbers for Thompson. Nice season, .306 average. Off speed, 2-1.
And, you know, Thompson got off to a little bit of a slow start, according to Coach Holt-Kelch. and had to refocus, but boy, she sure has come on since that time.
Swing and a miss, it's 2-2. Sophomore and Ellie Thompson against the junior in Cassidy Shaw, who pitched in that regionals game a couple years ago when Princeton won the Ivy League tournament. Headed to regionals, Shaw had a big-time performance on the national stage. Here's the 2-2, and we have run full in the first at-bat.
And Shaw looks in, takes a hard look, thought she had her, as did Julia Dumais. You could see her response.
Dumais playing short. We'll look at that Princeton defense here in a moment. In there, strike three. Shaw freezes Thompson. There's one out.
Boy, that's a pretty pitch. You know, Shaw thought she had that third strike before, and she just comes back and throws it this time. Got her looking.
Let's take a look at the Princeton defense. Julietta Roa in center field. There's Julia Dumais, who's played all over the field for Princeton throughout the years, now playing shortstop. We've got Sonia Zhang at third, Dominguez at second, Jessica Phelps at first. In left field for the Tigers, you've got Mia Valenzuela. In right field, it's Abby Hornberger. Behind the plate is the freshman in Maddie Ratchison as Casey Kluss steps up, the designated player for Brown.
Takes a look at that. Kluss her numbers are really impressive. Comes into this game hitting .324. She missed some time. She got spiked, took a deep spike, and boy, she hasn't missed a beat since she got back.
3-0. So a couple three-ball counts for Cassidy Shaw to start. The Tigers, who this year are as deep from the pitching staff perspective as they've been in recent memory. They really do go four deep. That Shaw is the ace. She's been the big game pitcher for the Tigers, and she comes back to throw a strike. It's 3-1.
And she's going to need to throw another one because you know that Kluss is going to be selective. It's a hitter's pitch, but she wants it to be her pitch.
3-2.
Kluss battles back. I mean, Shaw throws that ball up in the zone.
Shaw was second team All-Ivy a year ago. Unanimous first teamer this season after a 14-3 record.
And there's some good throwers in this league.
Well, we got two of them in this game. Not to mention the next game we'll see, Harvard versus Columbia, the Ivy League Rookie and Pitcher of the Year, and Mads Lawson will be in the circle.
And Harvard has a deep lineup of pitchers. So, yeah, there's the athletic ability of the Ivy League is really so different than when I started. I mean, they can play with anybody.
Another full count offering. Off speed, it is in there, strike three. Couple big battles won by Shaw to start.
And Kluss didn't think so. It's a little off. Oh, no, that's a pretty pitch. A little off-speed pitch gets her looking.
Let's see Shaw bringing the juice
Does
here in the opening inning.
Does a good job battling back. Falls behind 3-0 and battles back to get three in a row.
First pitch swinging is Abby Betancourt, the third baseman. Dumais calls for it, squeezes. It is a clean 1-2-3 inning for Shaw and the Tigers. Princeton bats coming up in the bottom of the first here on the Ivy League on ESPN.
Being at an Ivy League school, it certainly is more than possible to be both an exceptional student as well as excel in the sport that you choose to pursue.
I get to sit in a classroom with wrestlers who go compete at a national level, hockey players who are making it to championships. To watch them succeed, at a national level, it's pretty incredible.
I don't think I would be where I'm at if I went anywhere else. It's been really fun for me to just challenge myself and make it to those events and perform and show people that Princeton is a good golf school and you can come here and have all your dreams come true.
Very fulfilling, very rewarding. I feel like you're at a world-class level in multiple fields.
All these schools have been around for a while. Just kind of getting to see Ivy League put on a national stage is just very, very cool to me.
But now I think people are paying a lot more attention to what the Ivy League is capable of and putting some more respect on the league.
There's been a lot of success in the Ivy League, and the Ivy League is going to be on the big stage
more and more often, and I'm excited for that.
The 30-13 Princeton Tigers take the bat for the first time here in this Ivy League tournament. Sonia Zhang will lead off. Graciela Dominguez, our player to watch, hitting second. Julia Dumais, shortstop, hitting third. Carice Ford in the cleanup spot. Abby Hornberger has come on really hot as of late. She's hitting fifth. Really not a hole in this Princeton lineup. Phelps, Valenzuela, Roa, Ratchison all have done damage this year, and Lisa Van Akron in her 14th season as the head coach. Another Coach of the Year performance for that Princeton coaching staff. But Macy Borowski is the junior pitcher for Brown that we've highlighted, and the Bears will need a big performance from her out of this game and throughout the tournament if they are going to repeat as champions. See Borowski's numbers. And it wouldn't be the first time. Of course, last year we saw what Alexis Guevara did for Brown. Borowski has a similar weight on her shoulders this season in terms of her importance to the team. But she is more than capable, I think, Cindy, in terms of taking over a game.
Listen, anybody who averages a strikeout an inning is moving the ball. You know, it was that off-speed pitch that has really allowed her to keep batters off speed. She can totally control a game.
Well, next pitch is down low. So Borowski, 11-10 this year, 142 innings. She has been the workhorse, 14 complete games.
And that's a lot of complete games. The adjustment this year.
Hit hard by Zhang, deep in the hole at short, and a pick at first. Alyssa Villarde makes the play, and a nice snag by Ellie Thompson at first base as we look at that Brown defensive alignment. Betancourt, Villarde, Zitkowitz, Ray, and Thompson across the infield with Lily Burns behind the plate. Jasmine Schau, Lily Berlinger, and Amanda Deng across the outfield. A lot of the same faces and names that we did see in that on that Brown team from last year, the team that won the Ivy League tournament. Of course, the big subtraction is that Ivy League Tournament Player of the Year, and that was Alexis Guevara. And still a very respectable Brown squad with Graciela Dominguez, who has taken a huge jump this season. You look at those numbers, over 1,000 on the OPS, 410 average. We say it every time we broadcast this Princeton team, but she has been a hit machine.
And she's just been so consistent this year, you know, and her ability to adjust during an at-bat is what Coach Van Akron credits with her success. You know, one person we need to mention besides Guerrero, who was obviously special last year, is Laurel Moody. Remember their catcher, you know, had 16 home runs, and Brown had worked a different way to replace them, knowing there wasn't going to be one person to hit all 16 probably. So, yeah, they lose two, but they don't miss a beat in terms of getting back here. Slow start. Wasn't the way they wanted it to be, but they sort of regrouped in the middle of the season, and seniors took a big leadership role, decided to control the things they can, and here they are exactly where they want to be today.
Again, they come in hot. They sweep Penn to close the regular season to give themselves some momentum as Borowski loses the zone for now a 3-0 count to Graciela Dominguez.
And they needed, it was between they and Penn going into that last weekend. So it was not just for seeding or anything else. They needed to play themselves in, and they sure did.
It's in there for a strike. And Princeton, on the other hand, had a chance to win that final series against Dartmouth, which would give them a series win in every single Ivy League campaign or series this year. Wasn't the case, though. They went down 2 of 3 to Dartmouth as Dominguez puts it on the ground in a good spot. Diving play, and this one gets away. Dominguez thinks about second. She'll stay at first. Now go to second as the ball goes into the dugout. So Graciela Dominguez puts the pressure on. Great stop on the infield.
Great stop. The ball is deep in the hole, as you'll see right here. And Zitkowitz Ray does everything she can, but just can't quite make a clean throw because the ball goes in the dugout. Graciela Dominguez gets to advance the base.
So Princeton with a runner in scoring position, and here comes Julia Dumais. Down on the turf, Dumais, who's second team All-Ivy this year as a shortstop. She's been All-Ivy from all over the diamond. Has contributed since she stepped on campus here at Princeton. Came in as a catcher, then played third, now locking down shortstop for Princeton. Overall line this year, .397 average for Dumais. Always puts together a good at-bat, though, Cindy. A .488 on-base percentage. This has been the case throughout her career. She knows how to work the strike zone.
And one of the reasons she is such a good hitter, she does a good job of hitting the ball where it's pitched. If you put the ball inside, she's going to pull it, and if you put it in the outside, she's going to go with it to left.
Inside, 2-1. What kind of nerves do these pitchers have to start a tournament like this? We're seeing both pitchers, some deep counts, some three-ball counts. Borowski's trying to find the strike zone.
I think it's a combination of things. Everybody's trying to figure out what's the umpire strike zone, because even though theoretically it's prescribed, everybody has a different strike zone. And the other part of it is Borowski, although she had a big role for her team last year, really didn't pitch in the tournament because Guerrera had such a good job. You know, she's grown into being that quote-unquote #1, and it's been a process for her all year. So the first inning is always, you know, especially in that situation, something to watch.
There's the 2-2, and it's rolled in there. We'll go to 3-2.
And Burns, that's her second good stop. It becomes very important with the runner. You don't want to have any freebies. I mean, this is the time where Borowski wants to challenge Dumais, as good of hitter as she is. You know, you got to go good on good here and try to win the battle.
The pitch hit well, left center field. Back is Berlinger, and she makes the catch on the edge of the warning track. Dominguez will tag from second to third. Dumais gives it a ride, but there's 2 outs.
And Dumais gives it a good ride, and what you see there, really important, Graciela Dominguez tags up because it's deep in the park. So she almost gets all of it. As I say, she goes with that outside pitch. Berlinger does a good job, gets all the way over there, and Graciela Dominguez is smart. She goes back, tags up, because if it goes through, she's going to score anyhow. And now she's able to advance, make it a little bit easier to score for Carice Ford.
Outside, and maybe on notice, Graciela Dominguez with a couple of those balls in the turf. A ball gets away, Dominguez could be coming home. But here's Carice Ford, first team selection in the Ivy League. Big bat in the middle of this Princeton order.
You know, one thing that sticks out in my mind, what Coach Van Ackeren says about her is Carice Ford is one of those hitters that hits better against better pitching. And boy, that's saying something.
Up and away, 2-0.
Ford comes in hitting .388, over 1,000 OPS. I can't add it up quickly enough, so, you know, I'm not going to even try, not being a Princeton grad.
I think your student athletes would have rubbed off on you, Cindy.
I rubbed off on them. That was the scary part.
3-0.
And so now the question is, does Carice Ford get a green light? And, you know, she's smart, she's disciplined. We know she'll walk, she'll do whatever she needs to take the team. But if she sees a big old fatty, does she have a green light?
4-pitch walk. Carice Ford, who was on base during Ivy play at a rate of 51%. Now makes it first and third.
You know, it was certainly not an intentional walk, but when you have Ford, who hasn't had the same kind of home run, although, you know, I say that, but she has 6 of them. She has 27 RBIs. Got a pinch runner here.
That's Courtney Harrison coming in to run for Ford.
And, you know, that says to me, first of all, there's 2 outs, so you don't want to be an easy force at second. But makes me think, with 2 outs especially, Coach Van Ackeren knows that runs may be tight. Don't want to make an easy out here. And so put the pinch runner on. Harrison's obviously got some wheels.
Long conversation between Borowski and Burns. Now, Princeton is putting up Abby Hornberger. So this is one of the bigger wild cards, I think, in the tournament for Princeton. Hornberger, a hot and cold kind of player, but right now, Cindy, she is hot.
And Princeton's going to need her to be hot in order for them to have the success that they want. Second team All-Ivy, really first big starting role this year, and she has more than answered.
Came alive during Ivy play, .421 batting average, which was good for 6th in the league. 36 hits this year is a career high. Early in her career, she was used as a pinch hitter, and she was a really good pinch hitter. Came off the bench, hit a home run, basically, it seemed like every time.
It felt like every time she was asked to pinch hit, which of course really wasn't true, but it felt like it, she'd come through with a hit. And that's not an easy role. It really isn't, but she certainly did a great job with it.
Well, now this year has obviously earned herself a start in the starting lineup. Starting right fielder for Princeton. And you can't take her bat out now. In fact, she's moved up in the order to a run-producing spot here in the number 5 hole with ducks on the pond. 1-1 is the count. And runner moving, Courtney Harrison will take second.
You know, I was wondering if Coach would try to send her, you know, again, because you certainly don't want to have your runner thrown out there. But Lily Burns takes that right out of the mix, doesn't want to have anything bad happen, and I understand. It's Borowski versus the hitter. That's all that matters now. Abby Hornberger with the bat in her hand.
Strike 3 swinging, and Macy Borowski works out of trouble. The Tigers leave 2, and we are scoreless going to the second.
You see the ball up and out. Not sure it was a strike, but it doesn't matter. And with 2 strikes, she's going to give it a swing.
Third all-time meeting between Brown and Princeton. Princeton leading the all-time series 69-22-1. Princeton swept Brown during the regular season series, but I think that everybody here can knowingly forget about that, knowing what happened last year in the Ivy League tournament. See Brown defeating Princeton twice in that 2025 Ivy League tournament, both in the opening game and then the championship game. They didn't even need to get to a second game on what was the championship day.
And this is off my memory, so I wouldn't count on this, but I think that was the first time they didn't go to an if game in terms of this very short history of the 4-team tournament.
Which has happened all 4 years here in Princeton. That speaks to what Princeton has done recently in the Ivy League. Lisa Van Hackert and the Tigers have been really somewhat of a dynasty in terms of how they have been able to handle their opposing Ivy League competition, which has been good competition throughout. We've seen some really quality matchups over the years as Cassidy Shaw delivers a 2-0 pitch. Now it's 2-1 to Macy Borowski.
We talked about Borowski having the power, you know, first real opportunity pitching, but she's been hitting her entire career.
And there's a single for Macy.
You can see the ball. You can see that the ball's a little bit of an off speed, but up in the zone, and Borowski just handles it. Probably not a strike, but it looked good to her, and she's able to pop a ball through the infield.
Oh, a Brown team that hits based on feel. Ball that you feel like you can hit, Mary Holt-Kelch gives you the green light. And Borowski is a leadoff base runner for Cameron Zitkowitz-Ray.
Zitkowitz-Ray is, as described by Coach Holt-Kelch, probably the unsung hero in this team. You know, she's got great range. Her knowledge is so good, and second base is a tough position to play. You need to go both ways, cover second, go to first, and Zitkowitz-Ray's done a fine job with that. At the same time, hitting .316.
Team high 37 hits for Zitkowitz-Ray. And the 2-0 to her.
So after getting a couple strikeouts in the first inning, Shaw, to these first two hitters of this inning, falls behind 2-0. And that will not be a recipe for success against this team. Battles back and gets that strike.
Off the hands, into left, that'll drop. Couple singles to start for Brown here in the second.
And again, both those hitters, she falls behind and ends up giving up a hit to two very good hitters. Inside pitch, not a bad pitch. It's in, it's down, but Zitkowitz-Ray is able to handle it.
Pinch runner for Brown, so Borowski comes off the base paths. And it's Tori Ramirez, who is running at second now for the starting pitcher for the Bears. A 2-on, nobody out, and the catcher Lily Burns steps up. Sonia Zhang already creeping in a little bit, Cindy.
I'd be curious to see if we see a bunt here. It wouldn't surprise me. Yep. Squares as much as they square now, pivots around to bunt, and fouls that one off.
See the numbers for Burns.
Doesn't mean that she's not going to bunt again. You know, when you want to advance the runner, the defense still has to field the ball and make the good throw. So I wouldn't be surprised to see it again.
And gets this one down beautifully. Only one play, and it's at first base and gets away past Dominguez. A run will score. Tori Ramirez scores the first run on an E for the Princeton Tigers. We'll see if it's against Dominguez or Phelps. Regardless, a great bunt applies the pressure, and Brown leads.
And what you'll see, though, is she's running inside the baseline. The mistake here is that Ratchison should have hit her, because if she hits her, she's out. She tries to throw the ball around her, makes not a very good throw. You know, maybe catchable, maybe not. You got to hit that base runner, then she's out. And I understand that's what Coach Van Akkeren, I'm sure, is talking about, that she was running inside the baseline. But because the throw didn't hit her, I'd be surprised if they make a call.
So early trouble for the Princeton defense, Cindy. It is worth mentioning that Princeton is the best fielding team in the Ivy League statistically. The fielding percentage at .976 this year. They've been really sound. And Coach Van Akkeren, she is asking a question here. Maybe there was maybe baseline interference from the runner there. That may be what Coach Van Akkeren is talking about. So the umpires will come together. You've got Dave Mattern, Brad White, Daniel Everson, and David Borges. Let's see what you see, Cindy.
Oh, she was clearly inside the baseline. You see that running lane. That is where the runner is supposed to be. And she's clearly not. And she has time to get outside, and she doesn't. So I'm not sure. She sort of does at the end. I don't know if they may take a look at it. We have instant replay here.
The official review.
Review.
Yep. They will, as they just said to us, Dave Mattern just made the announcement, they are going to look at this one. So official review, which is done here locally with the same looks that we have on the broadcast, the same looks that the umpires will see as well. So Lisa Van Akkeren, it's worth asking the question. Big spot in the game early on. And Princeton in a difficult situation. The team that Again, 18 wins this year in the Ivy League for the Tigers. They had a chance to have the most wins by themselves in terms of all time in a single season in the Ivy League. But the Tigers unable to beat Dartmouth 2 of 3 in that final series. So maybe a little bit of a crack in the armor. The Dartmouth Big Green maybe providing a little bit of a formula to how these teams can go against the Tigers here in the tournament.
Well, clean defense is always going to be important, you know, and again, your pitchers have to set the tone. Shaw's done an outstanding job. She fell behind the 2 hitters, 2-0, ends up giving up a couple hits. I don't think that's a coincidence. And then Ratchison's first error of the season, if the error goes to her, if there's
I think it was Phelps who made the throw.
Oh, was it? Okay. Well, whoever, the throw was on, it was on the throw, okay? And it was a good bunt. It was a nice, shallow bunt, deep. So.
Yeah, only 1 error on the year for Jess Phelps as well. So, again, this has been a very cleanly defended Princeton team this year, and it looks like we will have an answer momentarily. All right, call on the field confirmed, so it is 1-0 Brown. We'll take one more look at it.
Call on the field is confirmed.
It's a really good bunt. You're right. Phelps fields the ball. And Graciela Dominguez just can't handle it. And Brown jumps up to a lead, and more importantly, has a runner on third with nobody out.
And they're thinking bunt again with Alyssa Viarde, the shortstop.
Didn't see that it was going to be a squeeze. She was going to read it and see what happens. Infield's deep.
1-1. So 2 hits in the inning and an error as Alyssa Viarde steps up. 276 this season.
Burns has we have a first and third situation. Burns has no stolen base attempts at this point.
2-1. Viarde still showing bunt. Amanda Dang would be on deck. Jasmine Shao after that.
Seems so silly to say in the second inning, but you feel like this is a big spot in this game.
Straight up the chute, but well out of the reach of Ratchison and Zhang.
Zhang does a good job trying to get to that ball.
Good first step from the third baseman. Another all-Ivy season for Sonia Zhang. Count is 2-2. Out of the zone.
So it's a game of adjustments. Shaw's struggling with that pitch a little bit. She's got an arsenal of pitches. Obviously, she needs to come back and make her pitch right here.
Off speed, in the air, center field. Roa started in, goes back, makes the catch, but this will score a run. Cameron Zikowicz-Ray comes across the plate. Brown leads 2-0 on a sac fly from Alyssa Viarde.
And Viarde got all of that ball. You're right. You could see Roa take a step in. Ball's a little up in the zone. Roa's first step, she's shallow, thinking about the runner. Does a good job keeping her feet moving. I thought that ball might go over her head. But Velarde does her job, and Brown is up 2-0 with another runner in scoring position.
Yeah, still not out of the danger yet, so the conversation happens with Lisa Van Akron coming out here in the circle to speak with Cassidy Shaw. And you can see in the eyes of Cassidy Shaw the respect that she does and all of the Princeton Tigers have for their long-tenured head coach who has done it on the diamond and in the dugout.
Lisa's done just such a good job. Actually, all of these coaches have done such a good job. Obviously, some have longer tenures than others. Lisa's the dean of the coaches. But, you know, the reason these athletes are well coached is because they have good coaching staffs to direct them.
Van Akron closing in on 300 wins. This one hit hard and out of play into that Brown bullpen. This is Amanda Deng, the 8-hole hitter.
So while she's only hitting 205, she does have 11 RBIs. She can hit with a little bit of power. She's got some doubles and a triple.
Low 1-1.
And right now, Shaw wants to get this third out here, limit the damage to 2, and try to get the Tigers back in the dugout as quickly as she can at this point.
This ball hit well, and this is over Roa's head, over the wall! 2-run home run, Amanda Dang, and Brown leads 4-0.
Dang gets all of this ball, hits it to the deepest part of the park with two outs. Princeton, that's really not that bad of a pitch, but she goes down and gets it. She got all of that, like I said, the deepest part of it, and Brown is up with 4 runs early in this game.
What a time for your first home run of the season. From the unlikeliest of sources, Brown gets the production. Nobody on for Jasmine Shao, but the damage done. A 4 spot for Brown in the second.
Yep, and this couldn't have gone any better if you're rooting for the Brown Bears. I mean, they go 1-2-3 in the first inning, couple strikeouts, and then right away get the first 2 hitters on, and here we are with, a 4-run lead early in this game. And the 9-hitter, so getting ready to flip the order with only 1 out.
Ellie Thompson on deck. There's an off-speed pitch that's in there for strike 2, 1-2.
So now, it's interesting dynamics here. Shaw's been the workhorse, but we know that Princeton goes 4 deep in their lineup. So how long will Shaw stay in this game? And that will be one of the decisions that Coach Van Ackeren has. I don't think there's anybody in the bullpen, but we know that she has confidence in all of her arms.
You've got Brielle Wright, former Ivy League Pitcher of the Year. You see some movement in that Princeton pen right now. Reese Uehara looked like, and Kayala Hollenkamp warming for the Tigers. Uehara, great freshman. Had a great year for Princeton. Hollenkamp has contributed as well. And Princeton has had excellent performances from all 4 of their pitchers. And Cassidy Shaw is getting all that she can handle early in this game, Cindy.
She absolutely is, and Brown is just battling. All of the coaches talked about scouting and the numbers and what they do, and they know that in a certain situation with 2 strikes, what pitchers are going to throw. It's fascinating to listen to.
3-2.
Look good, but must be low in the count. And so here we are with the 9-hitter, Jasmine Chow. We're going to flip the order, and Brown's already put 4 on this inning on the board.
Swing and a miss. 3rd strikeout for Cassidy Shaw. And 2 outs, it'll bring up Ellie Thompson.
First baseman, Ellie Thompson.
It's a good pitch, get a little bit of movement, and Chow just misses it. So here we are at the top of the order. Ellie Thompson struck out looking in her first at-bat.
Off speed to roll one in there for strike 1. Already 40 pitches for Cassidy Shaw. Pitch count not something that we put as much stock in as we would for, let's say, a baseball game, but still will indicate how much Shaw has been working here early on, and the count is 0-2 to Thompson.
Absolutely, and I think also what it tells you is that she's fallen behind in some counts, and Brown has made her pay for that, again, with the first couple hitters of in this inning. But she's going to try to steady the course and see if she can just limit the damage.
That's a rope down the right field line, and Ellie Thompson is moving. Stand-up double for Thompson.
And Hornberger does a good job. If she doesn't get to this ball, it's right down the line. The ball's up in the zone a little bit, goes to the deepest part. If Hornberger doesn't make that grab, there's no doubt about it that Thompson's going to end up at third. So can't get her at second, but at least doesn't allow her to take another base.
Good point, Cindy. Fourth hit in the inning for Brown. Casey Kluss waves and misses.
You know, they've all been pretty good hit balls. You know, nothing simple. Even the fly out the Velarde had to center for the sacrifice fly was a well-hit ball. So Shaw is going to need to make some adjustments here.
And that ball called low. It's 1-1.
You know, it's when the umpire, it might dictate who, if you were going to make a pitching change, who you would go to as well. If you're not going to get the low strike, you may decide I'm not going to go with Uehara, for example.
Uehara, who is a primarily ground ball pitcher, you would say. She pitches low in the zone for the most part.
Yep, pitches to contact, but you need to be able to know you're going to get any part of the ball over any part of the plate is supposed to be a strike.
Right. 1-2 pitch. There's a swing and a miss. 4 strikeouts for Cassidy Shaw, but 4 runs for Brown here in the second inning, including this shot from Amanda Deng, her first of the season, and it comes in prime time. Brown leads by 4 here on the Ivy League on ESPN. Well, Brown, a 2-7 record versus tournament teams this season, for what it's worth. This is a Brown Bears team. I think they proved it last year. And if you can sneak into the tournament and you can figure out a way to get hot, you can make some real noise. And Mary Holt-Kelch's team is certainly loud to start here in the 2026 Ivy League tournament. Bears were swept by Princeton, but you could throw it out, right, Sin?
They all start 0-0 this weekend. You know, Princeton achieved the goal. They got the home tournament at their place. They were the 1 seed, but honestly, that just doesn't matter now. What matters now is how is Princeton going to respond? You fall back by 4. How are they going to respond to that inning? Had some runners in scoring position, couldn't connect first time up.
Jess Phelps leads it off for Princeton here in the second inning. And it's in there for a strike. Phelps, Valenzuela, Roa.
And that is a good, I don't know, Princeton's, are we going for first pitches? We're not going for first pitches. They saw Borowski earlier in the season, but that's a good pitch to look at.
0-2. Oh, Borowski with a 4-run cushion now, and she started the rally, right? She had that leadoff single. Her spot in the order came around to score first. Does this settle her in to have that 4-run lead, Cindy?
Oh, absolutely. You're free now. You've gotten through your first inning, with runners on base. You didn't allow a run to cross the plate.
Phelps a little nubber to first. Nice play by Thompson to stay with it. And there's quickly 1 away.
And, now your offense comes back, of which you were part of, and you get 4 runs. I'll be surprised if Borowski doesn't you'll see all the movement. You're going to see that pinpoint control, and you're going to see that off-speed pitch that keeps all hitters off balance.
Look at the numbers for Mia Valenzuela this year. Kind of out of nowhere. A freshman with a 1,000 OPS, tied for the team lead in home runs with 6 home runs. Obviously talented, and knew that about her coming in to Princeton University, but she started her career really hot. Maybe a little bit of a bump in the road, mid to latter portion of the conference season. She's had a great season.
She really has. And she came in, was happy to have any role that she could get, and then through some injuries and her athletic ability finds herself as the starting left fielder for this Ivy tournament and for the whole season mostly.
Second team All-Ivy for Mia Valenzuela in her freshman campaign. Swing and a miss. Borowski with a gorgeous pitch on the outside of the strike zone.
You see this little drop down and out. It is a really good pitch. Good outside pitch. Didn't look so down when I saw it the second time, but that's a good outside pitch.
Well, here's the lone slapper on the Princeton team. Honorable mention All-Ivy. She's played great defense. She's figured out ways to get on base. And Julieta Roa takes a first pitch ball. I wonder if we can take a look at the defense right now against Julieta Roa, as the first and third baseman are in front of the pitcher, essentially.
And you see the second baseman's all the way over. It's old school slap defense. You don't see a whole lot of people doing that anymore.
Well, Villarde able to throw out Roa, and it is a clean second inning for Macy Borowski and the Brown Bears, who are cruising into the third with a 4-run lead. Mary Holt Kelch in her second season, who led Brown to its first Ivy League tournament title, a program record tying 33 wins a year ago, 243 runs a year ago, an incredible opening season to her career a year ago for Brown to win the Ivy League tournament. And this year it's a little bit of a different feel. They've had to scratch and claw their way into the tournament yet again. But one thing I think we can say for sure is this Brown team is coached very well.
Absolutely. And, you know, Coach talked about the difference between the first and second year. The first year was with getting the kids to believe and to have joy again in playing softball. This year it was knowing that you have some standards. Not some, you have standards. And you want to sustain them with the expectations. And that's a different approach. And she's obviously done a fine job. Again, not the start they wanted, but they've battled back, and here they are with a 4-0 lead in the third inning.
Counts 1-1 to Abby Betancourt. Off speed, that's in there, 1-2. Holt Kelch, she's previously coached at Rhode Island and Lafayette. And when she was at Lafayette, she crossed paths with Lisa Van Akkeren, who was playing at Lehigh. Went to the same camp at one point, so those two have had some interaction throughout their careers. As there's another strikeout for Cassidy Shaw. Down goes Betancourt.
Really good pitch. That's down and away, and you see Maddie Ratchison excited by that. So it'll be interesting to see. We know that Shaw has the ability. Coach Van Akkeren calls the pitches. Here we are with the part of the lineup that did that damage, and you start to see the cat and mouse game between what's going to be called and executed here.
So here's that pitcher versus pitcher matchup again. Macy Borowski again, who started the rally for Brown in the second inning.
Hit that line drive up the middle, up. The pitch was up, a little bit off speed, and she got all of it. Might not even been a strike.
2-0.
But again, that's what happened the last time she faced Borowski. She fell behind 2-0. And that's a dangerous place to be against good hitters.
The pitch to Borowski is in there for a strike. So Cassidy Shaw had a clean first inning. She runs into trouble in the second. And now she's got a clean slate here in the third.
Yep, and you want to, take it one pitch at a time and one out at a time if you're Princeton. But Borowski feels the same way.
Beautiful off-speed pitch. Borowski was fooled.
That's a really good pitch. And you know what? Borowski is a pitcher. You see her smiling. I'm guessing she appreciates that. Not as much as her throwing it, but I'm sure she appreciated a good pitch.
There's the 2-2. How about another? That's 4 straight Brown Bears retired via the strikeout. 6 overall Ks for Cassidy Shaw.
Great off-speed pitch down in the zone. Gets her twice with the same pitch. I love the call, and the execution's even better.
So 2 outs for Cameron Zikowitz-Ray.
She hit that little lazy line drive to left for to be the second runner on base last time up, and scored later in the inning.
Down low. Well, Cassidy Shaw back in 2024 mentioned that big performance in the NCAA regionals, the win for the Tigers as this one's fouled away. Got the win against Ole Miss, the first NCAA tournament win since 2005. And Lisa Van Akron was bombarded with texts about her pitcher in that game.
And she just continues to grow and blossom, wants to get better. And that's what you find with all of these athletes. The most coachable ones, no matter how good they are, they just want to keep getting better, whether it's pitchers trying to throw a new pitch or hitters watching all kinds of film. And when you take student athletes of this caliber, who love to learn, loving to learn and your passion is just so much fun.
Plenty of data to parse through these days as well. Maybe too much, some would say. Here's the 1-2 upstairs.
Well, we did talk about that, and I think it was Holt Kelsch. I'm not actually sure, but one of the coaches was saying when they do the scout, it could have been Columbia. They put their headset on because they don't want all that information. So, that's the other thing. Coaches have to figure out, how do I meet my player where they are?
Hot shot to Zhang. It is a 1-2-3 inning for Cassidy Shaw and Princeton, but the Tiger Bats have some work to do. Go to the bottom of the third, 4-0 Brown over Princeton in the opening round of the Ivy League softball tournament.
We see the promises you make. Doing more than your fair share. Working twice as hard. Saving lives, changing lives. And your life's work deserves nothing less than a lifetime guarantee. You made a promise. So did we. TIAA's promise of a guaranteed retirement paycheck for life is a promise that pays off.
Back we come with a further look at head coach Lisa Van Akron. 14th season as the head coach for Princeton. Another big congratulations to Coach Van Ackeren and the coaching staff. Another Ivy League coaching staff of the year nomination. We, of course, love talking to Lisa. All of the knowledge that she's had. She's been winning games since she was a young lady. Even in this area, throwing a no-hitter at Rancocas Valley High School, just about 40 minutes away from here. Comes back to coach here in Princeton, New Jersey, leading Princeton to another Ivy League hosting appearance here in the tournament.
Well, what I admire is when you get a chance to look at her, I know how intense she is, and she tells us what she was like as a player, that her teammates don't recognize her. But in this particular moment, I'm watching her, and I see her smiling and laughing with her coaches. You know, what she knows she needs to do is to be loose if she's going to give her kids any chance to be loose.
There's the 1-0 pitch to Maddie Ratchison, the 9-hole hitter.
By the way, I use that term kids very affectionately. I still call my former student athletes who are 60 years old my kids. So no disrespect intended, certainly. Ratchison has really gotten hot.
1-2. And the freshman catcher's had a great season. Thrust into the starting role after Braden Hale, who was the starter at the start of the year, went down with injury. Ratchison, well, defensively, offensively, she's gotten the job done.
Recognized as a second-team All-Ivy this week.
And that hit her. And Ratchison with a look at the dugout to try to fire up her fellow Tigers. Well, one thing we learned in that Dartmouth series for Princeton is that maybe losing 2 of 3 as we get a look at that just nicking Ratchison. Maybe that Dartmouth series introducing a little bit of pressure to this Princeton team, which hasn't had much this year. A lot of big wins, a lot of blowouts. 18-3, but you can't take anything for granted, Cindy, here in a tournament setting.
Absolutely. I mean, Brown could care less about Princeton's record. They come in here, they probably have a little chip on their shoulder. They lost the first 3 against them earlier in the season, but they have the good memory of what happened here last year for them. So, you know, as I keep saying, it's 0-0, and right now Borowski just needs to find the zone and get an out.
Sonia Zhang with a big swing, and it's fouled into the screen on the right side, 1-1. So a critical second time through the order for Princeton, down 4 runs begins.
And this is when a batter really has to stay within themselves, not try to do too much, have a productive at-bat, and pass the baton along to the person behind you.
Up the middle, that's a hit. Ratchison, with a glance into the outfield, will stay at second. And Sonia Zhang is aboard for the first time in the tournament.
Again, stay within yourself. Just go with that pitch. Hits a hard line drive. That's exactly what she needs to do. And Bellinger does a fine job just getting that ball back in so that Ratchison cannot advance an extra base.
Well, you may in the background have heard that electric music, and that is the walk-up for Graciela Dominguez, who squares to bunt, gets it down, forces a throw, advances the runners. And so Zhang to second, Ratchison to third, Dominguez with the sacrifice.
And it's a great bunt, and some people would say, and I'm a believer in the small game, how do you have a hitter hitting 410 and put a bunt down? And I would say, because you're in the middle of your order, it's easier to score now. I like that call.
As the Tigers try to chip away at this 4-run lead, you've got Julia Dumais and then Carice Ford due up. So your biggest run producers if you're the Tigers, as Dumais takes outside. Wonder how Borowski attacks Dumais here with a base open.
Brown, whatever her best pitch is, I think she's going to try to throw that now. She's 1-0 down in the count, so to speak, and she wants to try to get a strike right here.
Ooh. Hits her in the helmet.
I don't know what her best pitch is, but I know it wasn't that.
And I'm only laughing because Dumais looks fine.
Oh, she looks fine. I mean, she's happy to get on base any way that she can. You see Coach Van Ackeren sort of just checking to make sure she's okay, but, you know.
So the second hit by pitch in the inning. Julia Dumais, by the way, does lead the Ivy League in that category. And so the bases are loaded for Carice Ford. As we look at Julia Dumais, a little closer look. 4-time All-Ivy selection, 2026 second team as a shortstop. The top 10 in program history in doubles, triples, and home runs. One of the best athletes that Coach Lisa Van Ackeren has ever coached, according to her.
And you know, it's, again, as we get to talk to the coaches before the tournament, you sort of just love hearing the way they all talk about certain athletes, and you can tell that they respect them. But, you know, Julia Dumais has a place in Coach's heart. She said she's not looking forward to not having her next year. But what matters right now? Carice Ford. You've got the bases loaded. You've got none down. One out. Princeton, you know, if they're going to have a chance in this game, you feel like they have to plate some runs right here.
First pitch to Ford is outside. Ford, who has the power, she's one of the most dangerous hitters in the Ivy League. She's battled through injury this year. She's playing through it. 6 homers this season for Ford. Still great numbers despite it.
Not afraid to take a walk, has 15 free passes.
And that's a good pitch from Borowski. The velocity there on the inside corner.
That's a really good pitch. So evens the count at 1-1, bases loaded. Got your 4-hitter up, Borowski. I'm guessing she loves being in this situation right now. She's grown into it as the year has progressed.
Ford gets jammed, tough play, and that is made! Abby Betancourt, full extension, robbing Carice Ford of an at-bat.
And Betancourt just makes a great stab on that ball. The ball is up. She gets a good first jump, flat out, lays out, and is able to connect on that. Great job. Sits down the dangerous Ford, gets a big second out in the inning.
And she had to battle with Maddie Ratchison going back to third base. What a play from Betancourt. So it's up to Abby Hornberger. And the count is 0-1.
And Hornberger struck out on a pitch last time that was up and away, maybe not in the strike zone. She's now behind 1-0. She's got to look for a pitch that's her pitch to hit and not aid Borowski here, which is easier said than done.
Hornberger takes just outside.
The lift that Brown will get if they get out of this inning, bases loaded, 1 out, and to middle of your order, if you can sit Princeton down with a 0 on the board, you have won the first huge battle of the day.
Princeton left 2 in the first inning, hoping not to leave the bases loaded here in the third. As Borowski readies, she's got her message from the dugout. Hornberger into the gap, right center field. This is going to drop, and this might clear the bases. 3 runs are in, and Abby Hornberger has made this a ball game. 3-run double.
And you can hear the home crowd responding to that with 2 outs. You see Borowski thinking about the pitch. That ball's low. That is not a bad pitch, but she finds a gap. The runners are going with 2 outs, so you're able to get all 3 runners to advance. That is what the Tigers need to get themselves back in this game.
John Ratchison and Dumais all score, and Abby Hornberger celebrates at second base. And this is a little number from Jess Phelps on the ensuing pitch. And we've got ourselves an Ivy League tournament game here. 4-3 is the score after Abby Hornberger has a double and 3-run score. 4-3 is the score going to the fourth. Cassidy Shaw has shown she has the stuff today, Cindy.
She has 6 strikeouts already. Half of them are looking. Her ball is moving. It feels to me like the key is when she gets ahead in the count, she has a chance to be successful. And when she doesn't, the Brown hitters have won some battles.
Oh, she must feel a little sense of relief after being down 4-0. She has a clean inning in the third. Her team puts up 3 runs, get the Tigers back in it. And now she'll face Lily Burns to start here in the 4th inning. Burns, Viarde, and Dang.
And Burns put that bunt down that there was an error on the throw that really extended that inning in a big way last time. Because if not, then you have the first out, blah, 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 blah. So Burns did her job and then some.
Just inside from Shaw, the count is 1-1. Got a sac bunt for Burns, as you mentioned. Led to the error by Princeton, and that 4-run inning for the Bears. Hit hard, past Dumais, and this will squeak in for what I believe is going to be an error, and it is, against Julia Dumais.
And what I didn't get the chance to say before that hit is it's a hard hit ball. Julia Dumais just hesitates, takes a little skip, and once she goes down on her knees, no chance to get that. I was going to give Burns the credit. You know, catchers never get enough credit defensively. She stopped some balls in the dirt already today, has been the unsung hero, has done a great job working with her pitchers this year, and Coach Holtkelsch has clearly pointed out how important she has been in her first time real starting role, again, after the graduation last year of Laurel Moody.
See the pinch runner in, that's Maddie Stubenrock, who runs for the catcher and Lily Burns. So Dumais makes the error. Remember, that is not her natural position, but she has grown into it. Second year as the starting shortstop, but came in as a catcher, then a third baseman, maybe her best position. And she does commit the error there, so the leadoff runner in the form of Stubenrock is now on first, and a swing and a miss from Viarde.
I don't know Julia Dumais any more than any of the others, but I can tell you, she would tell you she should have had that ball, because she's talented enough, she knows it, and she's going to be hard on herself, and she'll get it the next time is what she's telling herself.
Fly ball, right side, long run, Abby Hornberger, she makes the catch. Well, Cindy, Abby Hornberger with the big swing in the last half inning, but a couple of good defensive plays from her in right field this game.
Yep, she really has gotten to that ball that Thompson hit. had a long way to run, hung up there, but did what she needed to get that out. That very important first out of the inning.
Speaking of big swings, here comes Amanda Dang. The biggest maybe of her life in her last at bat.
And how about that, you know, her first home run of the year on the biggest stage she's on this year. I mean, you got to give her all the credit in the world.
2-0. So this is the bottom of that Brown lineup, which did the damage.
And Shaw falls behind, 2-0.
Off-speed pitch to make it 2-1.
And that's where she's gotten into some trouble. Granted, the last pitch was close enough prior to the strike that she just got that great off-speed pitch. But her success has been when she has been able to get ahead in the count.
Another off-speed pitch and a beauty. It's there in the top of the strike zone. 67 pitches for Shaw, 43 of them for strikes. And that ratio has ticked up in the last inning or so. 2-2 pitch, and she fires it in. Just getting a piece was Dang.
Dang's just trying to hang in there, fouls it off, keeps the at-bat alive.
Right here, Cass. Right here, Cass. You got it, Cass.
Another off-speed pitch. Dang gets a hold of this one, and a diving play. Just out of the reach of the left fielder and Mia Valenzuela.
She hit that ball a long way, and you see Valenzuela lays out, does everything she can to try to make the catch, can't quite get under it. Dang hit that ball a long way. So here we have a 9-hitter who comes into the game, you know, with an average you'd look at and say, yeah, but she has 11 RBIs coming into the game. She obviously has more now.
Swing and a miss. There's another strikeout for Shaw, number 7.
See that ball up in the zone, and Dang just can't lay off of it. You know, those high pitches look so inviting, whether they're strikes or not, but they're easier to see than a low pitch.
Season high 7 strikeouts, actually season high 8 strikeouts for Cassidy Shaw back on March 14th. So she's one off of that. And here's Jasmine Xiao hitting in the 9 spot, who was a strikeout victim back in the 2nd inning. Up and away.
And Jasmine Xiao wants to flip the order. Here we are, number 9 in the hitter, get to the top where Thompson's already had a double today.
Off speed, that's in there. Does seem like the changeup is working for Shaw today. She's been able to find the strike zone.
And, you know, that is going to be an important pitch for her if she is going to be able to shut down the Bears the rest of the way.
Another off-speed pitch, and that one on the outside corner, 2-2.
And Xiao, even though she's in the 9 spot, don't let that fool you. She has 4 home runs today. Oh, today. Well, that would be a day this season.
Shaw versus Xiao. 2-2 pitch outside.
So Burns is going to be going on the pitch with the count full.
Now Steubenrock is there running for Burns on first base. We'll do it again. Valenzuela, Roa, Ratchison due up for Princeton in the bottom of the 4th inning.
And Princeton would like to with 2 outs. They gave up some run with 2 outs earlier in that 2nd inning. They want to try to get this 3rd out here and keep the momentum going.
Another foul.
It's a good battle by Jasmine Chow.
Chow, the senior, she's from Mountain View, California. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Shaw. And that ties a season high with 8 strikeouts on the afternoon. Cassidy Shaw has Princeton in the game. Bottom of the 4th in a 4-3 contest. It's now the home of MLB.TV. Stream every out-of-market game live or on demand using the ESPN app. Blackout and other restrictions apply. For more information, go to ESPN.com/MLBTV. What other way am I going to be able to watch our Phillies climb towards 500, Cindy? They're getting there.
They're getting there, and you know, it's, what do we talk about here? 43 feet, 60 feet. It's about the pitching. They have these great pitchers, and they weren't throwing great. Now they're throwing better. The bats have come alive.
Well, we've got a couple of great pitchers in the circle here in this opening game of the 2026 Ivy League softball tournament as Valenzuela goes off the wall to start Princeton's 4th.
And she gets all of that pitch. Coach Van Akkeren told us she could strike out one time and hit a home run the next, and I thought she was going to do that right there. Valenzuela gets all of that pitch. It's up in the zone, and she turns on it with those quick hands. It's probably about, oh no, hits the bottom of the fence, but bounces off, and Chow does a good job running it down.
So a little trouble for Macy Borowski and the Brown Bears, who have seen their momentum snatched away. Still a 1-run lead. Julietta Roa coming up, and here's the conversation happening between Coach Van Akkeren and Julietta Roa. Certainly some strategy to be delivered here with a runner on second. You're down by 1. You've got a player who can reasonably put the ball in play. Slapper and Roa.
Got to make sure, first of all, you put the ball on the ground. You don't want a line drive.
Roa leaves it outside.
Valenzuela doesn't take a very big lead, so unless it's a good bunt, if Brown wants to be aggressive, they might go for that lead runner depending on the bunt. All Roa can think about is getting the ball down.
And Roa waves through it. That's a strike. Back to second, Valenzuela. Roa, who made SportsCenter top 10 earlier this season, a great catch during a midweek game against Ryder. We asked Coach Van Akkeren about it. She said her teammates were more impressed by another catch that Roa had made throughout the season. So she's been playing some really good defense in center, and she is down on the count 1-2.
Takes a big cut at that. There was no slap on that. Trying to find a way to get the ball through the infield. The outfield is very shallow. There's pretty much nobody in right field, which is understandable. It's hard for her to pull that ball. Now we'll see if she goes back, tries to advance her with a slap, just move the runner. That's her job right here.
And Roa deep in the hole. Valenzuela stays at second. Everyone is safe. She doesn't move the runner, but she keeps the train moving.
Absolutely. And you know what? It's her pressure that Velarde felt. You know, the wheels that Roa has. She hits a great slap right where it's supposed to be, bobbles it just a little bit, and Mia Valenzuela does a good job reading that, because if she just goes on that, she's going to be out. So well done by both Roa and Valenzuela. And now we have Maddie Ratchinson. Are we going to bunt again? What are we doing here? What's the question?
Well, Lisa Van Akron's going to get somewhat of a talking to from the home plate umpire. At least one of the umpires. It's first and second, although Roa is coming off of first. What are they saying here, Cindy?
They must have said she was out of the box when she made contact. I can only think so.
So that's one out on the board and a runner on second. What a huge swing.
Let's take a look and see if she is out of the box when she makes she's on the box. That counts. No. If you're on, when you're on the line, that's part of the box. So if that's what it was, I don't agree with that call. Any part of your foot, it's like any part of the ball over any part of the plate.
I'm assuming that is a play that would not be reviewable. We'll take one more look at it.
She didn't step on home plate. She's in the box. Both feet are in the box when she makes contact. I'm just not sure, to be honest with you. It looks like she should have been safe.
Ratchison into right center, and this will drop. It stays in front of the right fielder. Here comes Valenzuela, who will stay at third. For a moment, she was chugging home, but takes the safe play. And so Princeton has first and third, one out on the single from Ratchison.
And Amanda Dang does everything she can to get that ball in the air. It's a hard hit line drive, just traps it. But now that call by the umpire looks even bigger, because there's a runner on third. You're going to score. Now there's probably another runner on third, because Roa would have been able to at least be on second. So it's a big call by the Blue.
Well, the order flipped. Sonia Zhang steps in. A single and a run. Her last time up in the third inning.
Again, big part of the lineup here for the Tigers. You got the top of the order. You're down by a run. And Zhang has been described as an RBI machine.
31 of them this season. And that's a pitcher's pitch. A nod from Zhang. 1-1.
That's a great pitcher's pitch. I'm not sure, but it's a great pitcher's pitch when you get it called. Really well done by Borowski.
First team All-Ivy third baseman in Sonia Zhang. And the junior leaves it up and away.
And you don't get to be as good as Zhang is without having expectations. And Coach spoke about how hard she could be on herself and learning how to just, feel good when you're productive, even if it isn't pretty. And that's sometimes a lesson to learn.
The 2-1 pitch is down and in. 3-1. So a hitter's count for Sonia Zhang. Graciela Dominguez is in the on-deck circle.
Just feel the pressure every inning with every pitch.
Zhang into right. This should be deep enough to score a run. Here comes Valenzuela. The throw is cut off, and we are tied at 4.
And a good piece of hitting by Sonia Zhang as we hear Graciela Dominguez music come up. Ball is outside. She just goes with it, hits it just deep enough. There's nothing Dang could do about that. Get the tag up, and now we still have ourselves an even game.
Four unanswered for the Tigers after the Bears put up a 4 spot in the second inning.
And if you're Princeton, you have now put together 2 innings in a row where you've gotten some hits, gotten some run. You can settle in. Your pitcher seems to have settled in, and it's a new game.
Dominguez jammed. And the play made and left by Jasmine Shao. Princeton ties the game on a sac fly from Sonia Zhang. Good crowd on hand here in Princeton for a good game. We are tied heading to the 5th.
Getting to see Ivy League put on a national stage is just very, very cool to me.
I get to sit in a classroom with wrestlers who go compete at a national level, hockey players who are making it to championships. To watch them succeed, at a national level, it's pretty incredible.
I don't think I would be where I'm at if I went anywhere else. It's been really fun for me to just challenge myself and make it to those events and perform.
But now I think people are paying a lot more attention to what the Ivy League is capable of and putting some more respect on the league.
The Ivy League is going to be on the big stage more and more often, and I'm excited for that.
Brown steps up with the top of the order in the top of the 5th inning. 4 runs, 4 hits for the Brown Bears. An error defensively. Princeton 4 runs on 5 hits, 2 errors. As Ellie Thompson makes her move to the batter's box against Cassidy Shaw. Gave up the 4-run spot in the 2nd inning. 4 strikeouts though across the 3rd and 4th innings. And she's got a clean slate, but it is the 3rd time through the order for Brown. That is always the critical time for a team that now has more of a feel of the pitcher in the circle.
Yep, and both pitchers have a feel for what the umpire is going to call. They may or may not like it, but they know what the zone is now, and now they have to work to that zone.
Outside corner for a strike.
Betancourt hit that hard line drive to right that Abby Hornberger was able to cut off and keep the runner from advancing. It was very easy to overlook that play.
Big swing and a miss, 0-2. Cassidy Shaw, 83 pitches now through 4 innings. 4 runs, 3 of them earned. And just getting a piece that time is Ellie Thompson.
Thompson was one of those sophomores that had a big role last year, didn't get started the way she necessarily wanted to, and was one of a few Bears that coach said had to reset, and obviously has done a fine job doing that, hitting .306 coming into this.
Outside.
Has some power, 6 doubles, 2 triples, not easy to hit in itself, and 4 home runs.
And Thompson, solid contact, but straight foul. Off the screen in front of the Princeton dugout. As Cassidy Shaw still looks locked in. Coach Van Akron said the more meaningful the game, the better you're going to get from her. And here's the 1-2.
Thompson pulls that outside pitch. Hard to get a lot behind that, but 2 strikes you got to protect. So good job by Thompson on that.
Thompson, Kluss, and Betancourt here in the 5th. Strike 3 called. How about 9 for Cassidy Shaw?
I mean, when you look at her numbers and look at the number of strikeouts, it's hard to believe she's given up 4 runs. She just freezes her. And Ratchison does a fine job of framing that pitch to show the umpire. Kloss comes up, struck out looking her first 2 times at bat.
Shows bunt. Leaves it outside. So Cassidy Shaw now has tied a career high in strikeouts with 9 of them. We look at the numbers for Kluss. Shaw's done it twice before, once in each of her freshman and sophomore campaigns. It's now a season high this year in her junior season.
2-0 hitter's pitch. Klassa's going to look for something that she can drive.
I don't know if she got that pitch. She waved at it and didn't come close to making contact. Shaw, deceptive again.
And she's got that interesting ability. She can slap the ball. She can hit the ball for power. She's a tough out.
Soft ground ball, Dominguez rotates over, makes the throw, 2 outs.
You know, when I saw that, I'm like, wow, there haven't been a lot of routine ground outs, and there sure haven't. That's only the 3rd one that Brown has hit today. Yep, just barely misses it. Graciela Dominguez attacks the ball and needs to, because Plus has some wheels.
Well, Abby Betancourt, maybe with the play of the day defensively. And she gets
all of it.
Good win on this one. Over the wall, home run. Brown retakes the lead. Betancourt doing it on both sides.
And Holt Kelch described Betancourt as her best big-time hitter, and that is a big-time pitch. She gets all of it. There was a no doubt about it. So after Princeton ties it up, gets a couple 4 runs in 2 innings, Betancourt puts Brown Bear right back on top.
The mental makeup of this Brown team, we saw it last year. Clearly a trickle down from their head coach and Mary Holt Kelch. But the never say die attitude that allowed the team to win the tournament as the 4 seed a year ago, and now giving Princeton all they can handle here in the opening round, the top-seeded Princeton softball team.
And when you give up the lead and to come back and to go ahead right away, boy, that gives you such a boost.
0-1 to Borowski, who now will have a lead heading back out into the circle for her 5th inning of work, but 1 for 2 at the plate today.
Yep, scored the first run of the day for Brown.
Jammed here, Dumais calls for it, makes the catch. So Cassidy Shaw gives up 1 hit. It's a big hit. Abby Betancourt reclaims the lead for Brown, 5-4. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning here on the Ivy League on ESPN. Betancourt, who made a highlight reel catch in what was looking to stymie a Princeton offensive attack in the 3rd inning. Didn't quite provide the intended consequence as Princeton ended up scoring the runs, but Betancourt with the big home run to give the Tigers the lead, give the Bears the lead 5-4. Dumais leads things off here in the bottom of the 5th for Princeton. Simon Rosenwasser, I know my name, Cindy, alongside Cindy Cohen, longtime head coach here at Princeton. And Dumais sends this one foul.
Dumais is an aggressive hitter, and she's such an interesting combination because she's walked, she hits, so she'll get on base any way she can, but you know she's going to go up there looking for a pitch that she can drive.
Inside to Dumais.
And, you know, by Dumais standards, hasn't had quite those loud hits that you expect from her. And, you know, it may be an unfair expectation. I mean, she comes into this hitting .397, and yet I say, oh, she hasn't been quite as hot as you expect. Probably unfair of me.
Dumais swings and fouls it back to the screen. She's been on base 50% pretty much her entire career.
And yet I want her to hit more. That's the way I was as a coach, too. I mean, I could
High expectations. Leads to wins, though, Cindy.
It does. Either that or drives your players crazy. Probably a little of both.
Yeah.
Dumais behind in the count.
Left center field. This will be an easy play for Shao. Wind definitely taking those fly balls a little bit more towards that left field foul pole. The wind always plays a factor, it seems, here at Cynthia Paul Fields.
I haven't done my wind reading of the flags as we go from right to left. I always talk about the flags because it does impact pretty much every softball field, but certainly this one.
Here's Carice Ford, and this is at least knocked down by the first baseman, Thompson, who gathers, tags first, and there's quickly 2 outs. Well, this was the big swing for Princeton in the game. 3rd inning, bases loaded, 2 outs, Cindy. Tigers would have been hard-pressed to get out of this inning by leaving the bases loaded, but Hornberger came through.
Now she's looking to get something started with 2 outs. Great off-speed pitch. And so if you're Brown, you give up the lead, you come back, you get a run, and now you've sat down 2 of the most dangerous hitters. Yes, the Princeton lineup is deep, but if you can be successful against Dumais and Ford, you're probably going to have a good day.
Inside to Hornberger. Borowski, by the way, she's been relatively efficient with her pitches. 67 of them through 4 2/3.
And unlike, you know, there's a lot more routine ground outs that Princeton has hit as opposed to what Brown has hit so far.
Ground ball left side, Betancourt makes the play. 1, 2, 3 go the Tigers in the 5th inning. And the Bears maintain their 5-4 advantage as we get to the later innings.
For Princeton in the 5th.
Brielle Wright is the new pitcher for Princeton. Here in the top of the 6th inning, Wright, the senior from Rockland, California, 60 innings pitched this year. The 3.58 ERA, the opponent batting average of .259, but the numbers in Ivy play are remarkable. A 189 opponent batting average in Ivy play. And that ERA around 2 during conference play. So Brielle Wright, former Ivy League Pitcher of the Year. She has found her form as the season has gone along, Cindy.
Yep, she's battled some injuries and has toughed it out and has seen her role change for what everybody has decided is in the best interest of the team. She's the reliever of the year, if there is such an award, but she certainly holds Princeton's record 2 years ago. Then she's the pitcher of the year last year, and now she's back in that relief role again.
Down low, 2-0, looking for the strike zone out of the gates.
And even when she's had less success, like last week against Dartmouth, her ball was really moving, and it is now. But she's got to find that zone. Doesn't want to issue a free pass here.
And she finds the zone here with a breaking ball. An Ivy League Pitcher of the Year in 2025. First team Ivy League, and set that Princeton and Ivy League record for saves with 10 of them back in 2024. She gives up a rocket here to start the 6th inning as Cameron Zikowicz-Ray is aboard for her second hit, 2 for 3.
And she just hits that ball hard, right past right. That's good description. But, I mean, she just smacks that ball. And, that's exactly what Brown wants to do. Get the first runner on, let's add to the lead, and it's exactly what Princeton didn't want to happen.
Lily Burns is the next batter. She takes a strike.
Burns has been on base twice today, but without a hit. Put that sacrifice down that there was an error on the throw, hit the ground ball to Dumais, an error on that.
Trying to get that bunt down, Lily Burns.
I mean, and as a hitter, you don't care how you get on. I mean, her numbers have continued to improve. She's at 287, but she's been on base 2 times today without a hit. That's a great day.
Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. And there's the first strikeout for Brielle Wright. Lets her catcher, Maddie Ratchison, know it.
And Wright comes back, pounds the strike zone, and you can see Ratchison give that little vote of confidence there. Really good pitch.
Swing and a miss. Well, the last outing for Wright was against Dartmouth back on May 3rd. That game 3 of the series against the Big Green, where Princeton lost to lose the series. Wright gave up 5 runs, but she did have 7 strikeouts.
And I'm telling you, we did that game. She had such a really good movement on the ball. But Dartmouth deserves credit. They just hit some balls. Some were just well placed.
Viarde able to get the runner over. So Zikowicz-Ray to second on the fielder's choice ground out by Alyssa Viarde. It brings up Amanda Deng. And Mary Holt-Kelch looks like is going to make a change here. And we will have a pinch runner for Cameron Zikowicz-Ray. So number 21 in Reagan Crosthwaite. She'll be at second.
Two outs here, but the runner in scoring position, and Amanda Dang, who hit that no doubt about it home run right now up to bat.
Generous strike call, according to the Brown faithful here at Cynthia Paul Field. It is 0-1 to Amanda Dang.
And she is looking to just put the ball in play and give her teammate Crosthwaite a chance to score and give Brown a little bit more of a cushion here.
Yeah, Dang got all of it on her home run. Dead center field.
Deepest part of the park.
1-2.
So, you're down in the order. Dang doesn't have a whole lot of batting order, but the respect the outfield plays, they have to play deep.
Ground ball, maybe off of Wright's glove. Dumais stays with it and throws out the runner. And Brielle Wright works around the leadoff single to keep this a 1-run contest.
If you speak the language of bosons and quarks, of nano engineering, Wordsworth, or hip hop, then look no further than Brown University. If you want to work side by side with extraordinary faculty, to choose from 78 academic majors across the spectrum, or to follow a major of your own design, then expect some of the brightest young minds from around the world to surround and engage you at Brown University. Take it from me. I'm John Krasinski, class of 2001.
Walk a mile in our shoes, from the classroom to the locker room. Here, our promise and our passion propel us down paths few dare to travel. We venture forward, energized with every step. We defy convention in defining ourselves, pushing to achieve, serve, and lead at the highest level, with teammates, teachers, coaches, and classmates at our side. Together, we are Tigers. Together, we are Princeton.
5-4 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. That's Jess Phelps set to lead off for Princeton. Phelps, Valenzuela, Roa, with Macy Borowski still in the circle for Brown. 68 pitches through 5 innings. She's given up 4 runs, 2 strikeouts for Borowski. But if you're Brown, there is no one you'd rather have in the circle to try to protect this 1-run lead.
And Phelps is, hit a couple weak ground balls to the right side of the infield, is looking to figure out a way to get on base here.
Goes to the left side of the infield. Abby Betancourt has been a brick wall. So quickly 1 out. 1 pitch, 1 out, brings up Valenzuela.
And for Borowski and Brown, that's what you want. Limit the pitches. You know they're going to try to ride her the entire weekend. There's no reason not to. And if they keep having those 1, 2, 3 innings, they're going to be able to do it.
Valenzuela doubled off the wall back in the 4th inning. She came around to score. And a sac fly by Sonia Zhang. At the time, it tied the game.
Princeton has been behind the 8 ball, and Brown has kept the pressure on all day.
Valenzuela gets a hold of this one deep to left field. We've got a tie ball game. Mia Valenzuela, the freshman, comes through for Princeton.
No doubt about it. I mean, she just gets all of that pitch. And Princeton comes back and ties it up again. You're going to see it, and there's also action in the bullpen. I can't say who, but watch this ball. And you can tell Jasmine Chow just really doesn't even move. She knows, she starts, and then, yeah, she just watches it go over. And, I mean, that ball is up on the hill out there. That's not, oh, it just snuck over the fence.
Now the ball carrying quite a bit to left field, it seems, but Valenzuela has gotten a hold of a couple balls to left as we see the action in the Brown pen. Borowski, a little bit of frustration on that face with the game tied at 5.
And a pinch hitter coming up for Princeton. So Lola Cool is going to hit for Julietta Roa here.
So the freshman in Cool.
I think I saw her first hit, a game we were doing earlier in the year. And just the way she handles herself in there, she doesn't have a whole lot of numbers to show for it. Well, she's hitting .330, not a lot of at-bats, but she just looks like she has an idea of what she's doing when she gets in the box.
Here's the 1-0 to Cool, and it's down low. Cindy, her first hit was a walk-off hit.
Yep, first hit. So she hasn't had a lot of opportunity, but practice matters, and coaches like to see what they see in practice, and she's earned this very important spot to get the Tigers or keep the Tigers going here.
She's up in the count, 2-0. Outside, 3-0.
I'm not a betting woman, but I'm thinking she's taking one here. I mean, put the pressure on Borowski, make her come back with a couple more.
Borowski trying to find the strike zone again. She does not do so. Lola Cool with a 4-pitch walk off the bench. Well, the story has become about the freshman as we see the activity in that Brown pen. You've got 2 pitchers warming up, including Edie Cobb. Also Annie Finch there for Brown. But Cindy, we just had Mia Valenzuela, the freshman, hit a home run to tie the game. You have Lola Cool coming off the bench to earn a walk. Julietta Roa, by the way, is re-entering for Cool as the runner on first. So you've got speed on the base pass. And now, one of the top freshmen in the Ivy League, Maddie Ratchison, has a battle with Borowski. First pitch upstairs. That's 5 straight balls.
And you really got to be selective here as a hitter because you want to be ready for that pitch that she might miss. And I love this timeout by Lily Burns. She knows that her pitcher is struggling a little bit, and Coach gave Lily Burns so much credit for the success that not just Borowski, but that the pitching staff has had this year. A first-time starter with the graduation of Holt from last year, but she's done a great job. She looks at all the tape. She's almost like a coach on the field is the way it was described to us, and I just love that she went out and plays that psychologist too, tries to get her pitcher back where she wants her to be.
Coach Holt Kelch looking intently at the clipboard, just like I know you did back in your tenure as the head coach at Princeton. Here's the 1-0 to Ratchison, and this will be a foul ball into the bullpen.
When my student athletes think about my clipboard, they weren't thinking about exactly what I was looking at. It was more like when I was so happy with it, I would just gently put it on the ground, they would say. Not.
A loud metal clipboard, as you said.
Yep, for a little bit of time. I think I did replace it not too long.
Here's the 1-1 to Ratchison. Into right field, that'll fall. Rowe was moving on the pitch. She froze on the line drive. She stays at second, and Princeton has something brewing here in the 6th.
And she really had to stop. It's a line drive. Even though a good base runner, she's looking to see where the outfielder is before, she has to make sure that it's not caught. She can't tell by the flight of the ball at that point. So it's good base running and really good hitting by Maddie Ratchison.
And that will do it for Macy Borowski. The weight of the season on her shoulders throughout the year. Borowski leaves in a 5-5 game. We will tell you about the new pitcher when we come back. Tie ball game here late in game 1 here in the Ivy League softball tournament. For Brown, who is one of the more intriguing pitchers in the tournament field. As you look at the numbers, a 6.25 ERA, but an opponent batting average of .247. So the question is, Cindy, will Edie Cobb be effectively wild, which makes her one of the better pitchers in the Ivy League, or will she stay true to that strikeout to walk ratio? You see 137 walks to 65 strikeouts this year. The walks have been the bugaboo for Cobb.
They clearly have, and Coach Holt-Kelch said they've looked up at the scoreboard and given up no hits and been down by a couple runs. So you're not sure which Edie Cobb. The good Edie Cobb is as good as anybody in the league, the one who can pitch with control. And that's going to be the challenge for Princeton as well. Top of the order, which they've done a good job. Borowski did a great job holding down that top of the order for the most part. But now they have to look for their pitch and be patient, knowing that control can be an issue, and yet still be aggressive and try to hit the ball hard.
Safe to say first pitch take here for Zhang. She takes on the inside corner for a strike, and the runners were moving.
Wow. So aggressive. She shows a bunt. I did not see that coming. Shows a bunt. She's clearly never going to bunt the ball. And Roa gets a good jump. And now you've got runners at second and third for the dangerous Zhang, who we called earlier an RBI machine. Let's see if she can produce here.
Infield is in. Zhang hits it to Betancourt. Roa goes back to third. Wow, gamesmanship from the third base runner.
Wow, and I mean, such a fun play to watch. I mean, not if you're a coach, I don't think. But Abby Betancourt gets the ball, does the hard check, and then you see Roa sort of try to get her into something, but so balanced enough where she goes back. Wow, and now you find yourself with the bases loaded. It's a cat and mouse game that in that particular time, Roa won.
Roa making eye contact with Cobb, doing a little bit of a wiggle, which froze Cobb. And so it's Graciela Dominguez with the bases loaded and one out.
And Dominguez, got on base that first time, really productive. Right now she is looking to try to get the ball out of the infield, and I don't usually say that, but try to see if she can produce a run.
Infield remains playing in. Dominguez with a ground ball up the middle. This will score Roa. Princeton takes the lead in the 6th inning. Graciela Dominguez with an RBI single.
And you'll see that the infield is in, and Dominguez just puts it right past Velarde. There's nothing she could do. The infield's in. They want to try to protect against the ball, try to get the lead runner, and she just finds that hole. Runners are going once they see it's on the ground. And again, Berger can't do anything about that. Makes the good throw, stop the runner on third. Bases are still loaded.
Now Princeton looking for insurance with Dumais serving a fly ball deep to center. Runner is moving, and coming home is Ratchison to score. Princeton takes a 2-run lead on a sac fly from Dumais.
It's really not a bad pitch. Dumais waits on it, gets enough under it to, advance the runner. But Cobb's done one thing that she needed to do. She's throwing strikes. So she's done her job in that regard. Oh, God. It's the broadcaster's curse.
There's only one person to blame for that wild pitch.
It's clearly my fault. I feel I need to go apologize to her. But she really had. We talked about her wildness and whatever, and she's thrown strikes, and that's given her defense a chance.
So this is Carice Ford now with the count 1-0, 2 outs. So Sonia Zhang is on third, Dominguez on second.
And Ford has been quiet today. Hasn't hit a ball out of the infield for that matter. Betancourt made a great grab on a foul ball, hit a line drive to first. She would like to see if she could extend this lead a little bit. Nope.
It's going to stay in the field of play in foul territory, but out of the reach of 3 Brown Bears. 2-1.
We called them the Brown Bears as I was doing some homework. I thought, oh my God, we have a weekend of Lions and Tigers and Bears. Oh my. I can't help myself.
I haven't heard that one before.
I couldn't help it. I'm sorry. So Carice Ford gets another shot down in the count, or up in the count, 2-1, looking for a ball that she could hit and get these runners home.
Down low.
That's a good pitch. And I give Ford a lot of credit. She wanted to swing at that. Cobb did not miss by much.
Hitters count for Carice. Down low.
Everything that happened at that at-bat was my fault. And I meant it so sincerely. Cobb had done such a good job with her control. You know, yes, she'd given up one hit, but that has not been the challenge for her. It's her ability to control the strike zone, and she did until that at-bat.
So Abby Hornberger with another chance with the bases loaded. She came through with 2 outs in dramatic fashion. I was back in the 3rd inning. The bases clearing 3-run double.
And what's really important for Hornberger is to find a pitch that she wants. You know, right now it's got to be Abby Hornberger versus Cobb. Not about the runners, nothing else. Try to get a ball that she can hit and don't go fishing. Make her throw a strike.
Chopper spins foul.
And Abby Betancourt touches it as soon as it does. Make sure nothing funky happens. That ball comes back in play. It's a fair ball.
So Jong back to 3rd. She would have scored easily.
2 outs though now, and I feel like the pressure's on Princeton, believe it or not, right now, because you know Brown's not going to quit. They have 3 more outs to get. If they can extend the score here, Princeton that is, they really put some pressure on Brown.
Just high from Cobb, 2-1.
And again, it becomes a lift for Brown. You know, the bases are loaded, you get out of it. Yes, you've given up runs. I mean, I'm not crazy. Well, I am crazy, but you know, that's what you're going to say. Hey, it's not over till it's over. And Hornberger's going to try to extend this lead.
2-2, gets a good rip at it.
Hit that hard ball to center. Second time up that really got Princeton back in the game.
2-2 pitch upstairs. Listen, you have to think about where this game would be if Hornberger did not come through in the 3rd inning. Down 4-0 at the time. They go down quietly with the bases loaded. Tell you what, Brown's feeling pretty good heading to the 4th inning there, but Hornberger changed the momentum in the game. Here's the 3-2, swing and a miss, good pitch from Cobb. But Princeton scores 3. A homer from Valenzuela to get the party started. And then the Tigers added 2 more, and they've got a 2-run lead. Looking to close it out in the 7th. Brielle Wright on for her 2nd inning of work in the top of the 7th inning. Princeton leads 7-5 after trailing 4-0 in this opening game of the 2026 Ivy League softball tournament. Simon Rosenwasser and Cindy Cohen back with you as Brown has Jasmine Shao, the 9-hole hitter, and then the top of the order.
And Coach talked about Shao, how she's hit all over in the order, but sort of found her place here at the 9 spot. And even though she struck out twice, you just know Brown is not going to go down without a fight. You know, they believe in themselves. You flip the order after this, the top of the order has had a day, had some strikeouts, but had some really big hits as well.
6 hits for the Brown Bears. 4 runs in the second inning. Amanda Dang with the big home run. Cameron Zitkowitz-Ray with a big single as well.
Of their 6 hits, 2 were home runs and 1 was a double.
2-1. Ball definitely carrying a little bit today. How many home runs have we seen? 1 from Valenzuela that we just saw and a couple for Brown.
And the one thing that Brown wants to do right now is get their leadoff hitter on. They don't care how they do it.
Just low, 3-1.
Princeton, on the other hand, wants to get this first out, and I can assure you they want to make her earn it. They don't want to issue a walk here. Jasmine Chales had 2 strikeouts today, both against Shaw.
And Dumais snares it, line drive, 1 out.
It's a big first out. I mean, it really is. She fell behind in the count, gives the pitch up a little bit, but right to Dumais, who's able to see it in, and you always want to get that first out when you're on defense.
Well, Brielle right in the circle. Julia Dumais at shortstop, always smiling, but right here in the circle for the Tigers, this is where you want her late in the game, protecting a lead. Not a safe situation for Wright. She's actually in line for the win. Ground ball to Dominguez. She stays with it, flips, and Brown is down to its final out.
What an interesting game it's been.
It really has been.
I mean, you know, it's been a game of runs, 4 by Brown in the second inning. Princeton comes back and gets 3 and 1, and then obviously gets 3 last inning. But right now, the only thing that Casey Kloss is thinking is, I'm going to keep this game alive. Grounded out to Dominguez last time, 2 strikeouts earlier.
The Princeton faithful rises here at Cynthia Paul Field.
And you know what, even when Wright's missing, same thing on that last pitch, you see really good movements on those pitches. I mean, she's out of the zone. They're clearly balls, but there's good movement.
Pitch is in there for a strike. Casey Kloss, who struck out twice at the hands of Cassidy Shaw, who had a tie for a career high of 9 strikeouts today to start the game for Princeton, handing the baton off to Brielle Wright as this is down low, 2-1.
But Kloss it's a tough last out you're trying to get. Comes into the game hitting .324. Their shortstop has done such a good job. Once she's come back from an injury early in the year, she's been beyond steady.
Swing and a miss, 2-2.
Again, great movement on that pitch.
The battle between Kloss and Wright. 2-2, 2 out, swing and a miss, and Princeton has completed the job as they throw to first to officially do so. The Tigers come back from 4-0 in their opening round game to win 7-5.
Wow, I mean, let me just say, like I said, it's a game of runs. Brown came out, was dominating early, but Princeton hung in there, and just, you know, the bottom of the order, Mia Valenzuela, Maddie Ratchetson had some hits. I mean, everything you need. Hornberger has the big hit, and of course the big RBI by Graciela Dominguez.
Couple crooked innings for Princeton, the 3-run spot in the third to get them back in it. They tie it in the 4th, and then the 3-run spot in the 6th to lead them to a 7-5 victory. All smiles for the Tigers. We'll be back to wrap this one up, get you set for Columbia and Harvard to follow. But for now, the top seed has a victory here in the opening round of the Ivy League tournament. We'll be back here in a moment. Back here at Cynthia Paul Field to wrap up a win for Princeton, 7-5 in what was a really good contest, Cindy. 8 hits for the Tigers, 6 hits for the Brown Bears. Brielle Wright gets the victory. Graciela Dominguez is going to join us here momentarily. That's J.J. Klein at the Ivy League getting her set. And Graciela Dominguez getting the headset on. I think we're ready to go. Gracie, congratulations on the victory. What a win, 7-5. Your team's down 4-0. How are you able to keep it calm in the dugout to come back in this one?
Yeah, we had the small goals set up during this game, winning each inning and being in close proximity to each other in the front of the dugout, keeping the energy up. So focusing on the little wins definitely got us back from behind today.
So, I mean, more specifically, so you go behind 4-0. Do you start to look around and think, uh-oh, here's Brown again last year, or it doesn't even enter your mind?
I mean, I have full belief and full trust in my teammates, and we have each other's back, so I think we didn't have a single doubt for a second.
We're taking a look at the highlights from your hit, your game-winning hit, technically speaking. You're able to get that go-ahead RBI. Take me through that at bat, Graciela.
Yeah, I was just focusing on winning each pitch and staying within myself, not making the moment bigger than it was, and luckily that was on the good side for us today.
All right, what's the thought process as you move forward in this tournament? Obviously, you get the win, but you got plenty more softball to play throughout this one.
Yeah, I mean, stay within ourselves, keep celebrating the little wins, and then keep trusting that we're going to come across with a W at the end of the day.
All right, Graciela Dominguez, our player of the game. Congratulations on this one.
Thank you.
All right, so Cindy, we wrap it up. 7-5 win for Princeton. Your final thoughts on this first game?
It was a game of runs. It really was, and no pun intended. There were a lot of runs scored, but not the cleanest defense you saw, but both teams, both pitchers had some really good highs, and some hitters had some really big hits, and that's what happens with good teams, have big plays, and Princeton came out on top today.
Well, if this first game is any indication, we are in for a treat over the next 3 days as Princeton comes from behind to win. Cassidy Shaw brings the energy. Brown playing well, but giving it up late. The Tigers get the victory with Brielle Wright as the winning pitcher. For Cindy Cohen alongside me, Michael Leda, our director, Simon Rosenwasser saying so long for now. Next game starts at 2:55. That's coming up next, Columbia and Harvard. Until then, so long.
Okay.